Hi everyone, Maleficent5 here. You'll notice that I'm not in my chair, and that is because this is not really an official review. This is more of a basic vlog. I wanted to address a couple of things. One, it has taken me forever to get to another video, mainly due to technical difficulties and not having the camera. Also, I'm hoping to add more to my show a little bit, but as of now, I don't have the time and I don't have the equipment, I guess, for it. I don't have the specific programs. But I will say my next review should be very soon. Actually, probably will be posted along with this vlog, knowing the time it takes for me to actually get around to getting these edited and such. So, expect that. The reason I made this is because I wanted to address something I forgot to address back in my Mass Effect 3 review. I was thinking about this while coming up and doing everything I need to do for my review for my next review of BlazBlue, and I realized I didn't address the multiplayer at all. And I feel like that should have been addressed. The problem is my first video is mostly a giant rant about that ending. I will say once again, the game itself is good, the story is good up to a point, but yeah, once again, as you know, the ending shit. Although I have heard a very good theory that would work with that ending called the indoctrination theory, which I won't explain here. It's kind of tough to explain, and but the theory is going around that the Shepherd was indoctrinated for that ending. The entire thing's like in his mind. The better places to get it explained would be search around the internet. Someone will explain that to you. I myself found out from Angry Joe and did a little research myself, and it's actually really compelling. But yeah, as I said, real quick review over the well, it's quick enough. I seem to rant. But yeah, quick enough review over the multiplayer. In basic sense, the multiplayer is okay. It's a giant glorified horde mode. I think I should have expected that before it came out, because I was imagining co-op. I was imagining bigger things, but I guess BioWare wouldn't have the time. I guess didn't have the time to get a real good co-op going about, and EA being EA would have been a shooter-related thing anyways, and why not rip off Gears of War? But that doesn't say that multiplayer is bad. I actually really enjoy the multiplayer. The multiplayer is actually a lot of fun, for me at least, and actually for other people out there. And it runs really well, unless you have really crappy internet service, but for the most part, the multiplayer runs almost flawlessly. It's, with the exceptions of certain other people's connections. Like if your host has a bad connection, then there may be a little lag. But I didn't experience a whole lot of lagging myself. I didn't experience anything game-breaking. So, excuse me. So it wasn't anything really worth noticing. And the servers are put together really well. When I say that, it takes maybe 10 to 20 seconds max to find another game, but I don't even think it takes that long. I think it barely takes 10. And which is really good. It shows how good their servers are working. And I guess the only thing to be annoying is when you lose the host player, especially in the middle of a match, you'll have to go back to the beginning of that round, and I had one game where that completely fucked the entire thing over. But as I said, it's a small annoying thing, but I can see no way to fix that. Obviously, if the host player leaves, you're going to lose that connection. Servers have to reset. That's just a little personal negativity to me, but it's nothing really worth noting. It's common sense. It makes sense. So you would probably be like, damn, I wish I didn't have to start this round over. But for the most part, it's just annoying. But yeah, as I said, servers work great. I wish you could have a little more than 4 people, but then again, that'd probably be overkill. Once again, not a big deal. one thing that I will say that really, really pisses me right off is, I know this in like Call of Duty, I know this in Halo, I know this in other games, and some of these games infuriate me that they do this, is when I got the multiplayer, even in the demo, first of all, I wish all the stuff I did in the demo carried over to this. It does not. So, and obviously you would know that by now. That annoyed me. But I thought I could live on. But the thing is, even in the demo, it's the same issue. When I got this, I expected to be able to customize my characters and choose what race I wanted from the start. You don't get that. No. Instead, what you have to do is play it constantly and try to unlock them. But you don't unlock them by leveling up, you don't unlock them by doing things. No, you have to buy packs, and then even then, it's based off of a rarity value! So it's, even if you get the pack, you're not guaranteed to get a new character! I hate that! I hate that in games! It's like, I mean, I understand some fighting games, especially when they're special characters, although that's a topic for another day. It's about ready to go off on Smash Brothers for a minute there. But, for fuck's sake, give us the option to choose more than humans with one customization option. There are others, but you have to unlock them. And you don't get them all at once, they have to come separately. But the game never registers that you actually got them. So, even if you maxed out all the customizations on a character, you'll still get customization for that character that doesn't need them anymore. That shit really pisses me off. It's a way for companies to force people to keep playing the multiplayer. That is what got me to stop playing Halo. It's because in Halo Reach, I had an armor I really wanted to really wanted to build, really wanted to work with, but I had to play this game for like a bajillion hours to even get that far. I quit before I got that far because it annoyed me. I found no joy out of it, and all it did was annoy the hell out of me. I don't have that kind of time. I don't have time to just sit there for hours and hours and hours to try and unlock one helmet. And that's true with Mass Effect. I don't have hours and hours and hours to try to earn money, to earn packs with a certain set of rarity value to get a character. I could even live without the customization options, even though that's really annoying, but for fuck's sake, give us all the races from the start! And that same kind of thing happened with the DLC, the Resurgence pack. Thank God it was free, because they were still trying to rebuild bridges after the shitstorm that came from that ending. But, do you get all those new characters immediately? Fuck no! You have to unlock them! Unlock every single one of them! That just pisses me off! You shouldn't, if you have a good multiplayer and people really like it, you shouldn't have to find reasons to force them to play. I mean, I will let slide guns, I will let slide mods, I will let slide little bonuses, because it makes sense to unlock some of that stuff, because I guess it would be unbalanced to have the most powerful shit immediately. But then again, there's nothing that's distinctly the most powerful shit. Even the, what's it called? The pulse rifle, no, not the pulse rifle, the Prothean one. It's not even in multiplayer. Probably because they realized how broken that weapon is. Once you have that, game's over, you won. But it just doesn't annoy me as much about the guns, because you have to unlock them in the single player anyways. So it's, I guess it's a preference thing, but the guns don't bug me as much. It just bugs me that the one thing I really like about Mass Effect, besides its great story and the fact you could shape it, except for the end, is you know, customization. Making your own man, own woman, own whatever. And I just wanted the option to be able to play as any race I wanted from the start. That shit pisses me off. Not to mention, they have two options to get these packs. You can either earn credits in game, which I'll tell you now, takes at least, to get a pack with anything decent in it, takes at least 40 minutes to an hour. But I'm trying to remember what I'm trying to say now. It takes roughly 40 minutes to an hour. Okay, I remember. The other option is to use real money. It's just another way for people to rip us off in that way. Oh, unless you have a really, really big disposable income, don't bother. Okay, with all that aside, how would I rate the multiplayer altogether? It's okay. It's worth a play. There's plenty of people online. Most of them aren't your usual AAA shooter douchebags that at least not that I've run into. Not yet. Although there sadly is not an option to turn off mics. And I'll tell you now, there are times where you really want to, because there are just some people out there. But you don't really need the mics. Some people, I had two different teams. We were just in sync, and we had no mics, we had no way to contact each other. We just knew, we could easily see what each other's strength was, and everyone compensated for it, and we destroyed people. But, as I said, no ability to turn off mics when you want to. If you want the mics on, or want the mics off, I think you should have the option. And the only other thing I would really have liked also, I guess it would be an imbalance issue depending. A versus mode also wouldn't be too bad. 4-on-4 versus mode. Just for the hell of it. And you could easily explain it. You could say one team's indoctrinated, the other team isn't. There you go. But as I said, I could see balance issues there. I could see why they wouldn't choose that. But, once again, whatever. So yes, my judgment on the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer is, it's okay. Nothing really stands out about it. And unless you really want to play for hours and hours and hours to unlock everything, just play casually as a human. It's the only option you have. At least you have the choice between man and woman. Alright. I guess that's it, really. I am Maleficent5, and this is the end of my vlog. It's not really a real review, but I'm going to say it. I am Maleficent5, and I have just judged it. No, that's not right. I am Maleficent5, and this has been judged.